Alright, so let's hop off a trade breakdown, or better, a forecast, because, well, this month and week looks tremendously ugly. Also, with last week with the inside bar candle in between here, where you had the turtle soup candle and Dixie, which didn't do shit. It just continues to be bearish in between here, and you had this nice CISD, where you then had here, I think somewhere, also CISD, but well, what I'm on to tell you what to do. So let's delete all of this because it's quite noisy, and let's fully focus on the new weeks, because we had the CISD. The only relevant area would be this, which is instantly mitigated. There is no fair value gap, so there's no need. This was no turtle soup. This is an inside bar candle. Depending on how we close off in this week, we could easily say, okay, let's continue to be bullish. As marked out, this should be your next target, or even this year, just to simply close below the swing low, which broke the swing high. In this case, this swing low didn't do shit right now. We need to wait for a break. If we right now then hop into the daily time frame, where we can see some nicer and clearer information, this here is your weekly process. So you have this nice CISD in between here, and right now we are waiting for this break above this high here, which should potentially come soon. The thing is, this here is mitigated, which is around 50%, I think, of the swing. It isn't. Okay, so we didn't even mitigate the equilibrium of the swing, which is quite ugly. We only mitigated this fair value gap here. Also, if you have a look at Dixie, this here only mitigated a little bit of this fair value gap. The range didn't even get touched here, which is totally fine. We also have this breaker area here, which could be your bigger range. So all of this, which isn't touched, but in here you slightly come in between here, reject with a wick and come higher. If this day closes bullish above this here, then for me it's still bullish, because the swing low which broke the swing high, and so on and so on. This is the only rejection block that is still open, which could potentially be liquidity buildup, inducement, and then push higher, which I hopefully don't think so, because I don't want to be bearish for the next couple of weeks. But well, I cannot change anything. I am just here to observe and trying to explain market the easiest way possible. So we had last week. This week didn't do shit. This was an inside bar candle. Monday, then turtle soup, whatever this shit is. It isn't bearish. Okay, that's the problem. You had a turtle soup, but the candle in itself was just quite ugly. Also in Dixie, you literally can't see shit. This is just bearishness. So I will rather stick to Dixie for the bearishness, which means simple bullishness to target this high. So this here could then, if we find it, let's mark it with the eye. This here could be your key area which you want to target. Right now, the thing is, there's just simply, I think, buy below the open for tomorrow, because there is no bias. There's no key area to get mitigated. Maybe if we up down into the 2-hour time frame, we could potentially see some key areas. That's the thing. There are none. Like, the only relevant thing would have been this here, the big fair value gap with the order block, which in case got already mitigated at around 9 a.m., which is a model in itself, which could be a continuation model. If you entered for sales here, well, you would have gotten fucked, because right now I think we're about to close bullish. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't like this area here. Absolutely not. But well, what can I do? I can't do shit. Everything in between here kind of looks mitigated. This is the swing low, which should be protected. So the only thing for me for this week, and as I've already explained several hundreds of times right now, if we then go to the true open of the week, which is Tuesday 6 p.m., let's hop into the 1-hour time frame. Tuesday 6 p.m. is the true open of the week, which basically means you want to trade below this area here. If you are below here, okay, you open and you trade below. into a key area, which would right now only be this rejection block, which could work out potentially, then that's enough confluence for me to press buy. Okay, because there's literally nothing else to look to or forward to press buy. Maybe this teeny tiny ugly ass order block here this year, but if we use it as this range, we could also potentially mark out this, which is absolutely not nice, but well, we are just gonna observe, stick to it, and try to keep and make the best out of it. So for me, tomorrow is simply bullish. Today was a quite nice day. You had uh, I think you had a very nice 3M model in between here. The thing is, I think your stop loss would have been tremendously big, if not even too big. Yes, this would have been your stop loss. So this is your liquidity group here below the true open, the CISD in between here. If you entered on this order block or on this fair value gap, you would have still gotten a nicer entry. I would have personally entered on the CISD, which is, well, okay, still here. And then you can target overall this situation. I quite did not like this trade because there was just too much shit going on in between here. And as I've woken away, as I have awakened from my sleep, whatever the fuck you call it, I've seen this here. And I was like, I don't know. And then market just liquidity, and then pushed higher. This is absolutely not nice price action. And also over last week, I don't think we even need to go. Last week, Monday, just I have no clue what Monday did. There was absolutely no trade possibility, not even for a 9 a.m. model in between here. Yeah. It's getting tired because it's getting so fucking boring. But for tomorrow, we simply wait for a trade below the true open into a key area, which is this here or this here. And then we can enter for buys and target this here. Or maybe even just only Monday's high, which is inside bar candle, or in this case today's inside bar candle. But yeah, we could target this. Simple as that. Not much happening right now. And hopefully Wednesday will close bullish to indicate us afterwards bullish or higher prices, because if we only wick above, it could mean that we want to re-mitigate areas down here, which I hope not to happen, but well, we will simply just observe.